What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to Titan Lifestyle with me and Big Dru.
That's right. We're back. He's back.
Thank
It's good to
God.
have him back. It's been a couple of weeks, but it's good to have him back in the lab. Different setup today, and I like it.
Yeah. Wanted to do a different setup today for us. I think, looking across and having the screen there now, the cameras are focused at us, not getting side views the whole time.
Yeah.
That's just more podcast.
That podcast feel. Yeah.
That's more
podcast feel.
And me and Drew been doing this a long time, and Drew's taking over the reins for a little bit when I'm not here, so thank you for that.
I appreciate it. Welcome.
Always helping you guys out, always here, so you guys got to give a big shout out for that. This week, we got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Obviously, listen, Mots-C is therapy of the week. If you guys want to know what Mots-C is, it's a mitochondria enhancer, right? And people don't really understand mitochondria, maybe know what it is, but I'm not going to break it down for you. That'll be another show. But at that point, you guys should look it up. What is mitochondria? What does it do? And as you age, mitochondria gets damaged. So what do you do for that? But focus on Mots-C. Mots-C is a peptide therapy, and this peptide therapy, they say, is exercise in a bottle.
Yeah.
Essentially, what it does is it helps metabolic health. It raises metabolic rate. So at that point, your body is processing like it's burning like you're exercising. Even if you're sitting here, me and Drew right now, our metabolic rates would be through the roof. And at that point, just burning. Now, if you pair that up with exercise, even better effect.
Yeah.
Because you're actually exercising and your metabolic rate's already there.
It's like getting 2 for 1.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. And then talking about like insulin sensitivity, improving that, and there's other basic things that come along with this too, but energy too, getting energy. So that's another good focus point of Mots-C, natural energy. And if you're burning fuel, you're going to have some good energy. And if you're burning good fuel, you're going to feel even more energy, which is great.
Yeah, I hear a lot of Mots-C stuff going on. It's like the new fat burner, weight loss type thing. Yeah.
It's great for fat burning, right? Because it's raising metabolic rate.
And just think, if it's exercise in the bottle, you're used to doing, 20 minutes of walking. Yeah. Now you're doing basically 40 with that 20.
Yep.
Give or take.
It's working a lot smarter and not harder with this.
Or if you really want to go crazy, you can step it up and take the Mots-C. Now you're getting ×4.
Oh, yeah.
So,
really, you can get, like I said, the Titan Transformation Plan, where it has Mots-C, AOD, testosterone, and Epirone. It's the ultimate fat burning package, the ultimate, as far as muscle retention, you're talking about, or even gaining lean muscle mass with it. Plus, you're getting all the other benefits along with anti-aging and attacking visceral belly fat with testosterone too. So, AOD, Mots-C, boom, bam. You're talking about fat burning like crazy, and then testosterone attacking the visceral belly fat, and then getting all the benefits of the growth hormone levels going up. So
that's another thing too, the stack. A lot of times people think they could just take one thing or two, or they can't take 2 things at once.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
You guys call the office, call Titan, ask them. A lot of the stuff can be stacked together. Like some of the stuff that John said, some can't, but it's kind of rare. But it's always good to call. Yeah, figure out what's specific to you. Yeah, and see if you can double up on it.
Context align.
Yeah.
So this week, topics are going crazy. I would talk about like 2 different things. The first one of my topics would be, talking about how EBT owners or SNAP benefits, they're actually suing the government right now because the government put restrictions on certain things that they could buy. It's not like overall before. Like before, you could just go wherever EBT was accepted. Yeah. Pretty much anything you could buy was.
Yeah, pretty much anything except for hot food was
right?
Like the main thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and even before, a long time ago, I know people that used to get lobsters. They would go into Publix and get them steamed and buy the lobsters.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, right? It's tea benefits. So you could eat lobster dinner before. Now it's, they restricted a couple of things, and the main ones were like sugar and energy drinks, really sugary products like candies and stuff like that. So these SNAP benefit owners are complaining because why can't we get it? Well, at that point, I think it's a good thing because, if you have limited funds or benefits, with the SNAP, then at that point, you should be spending them on really good groceries, not stuff that's going to give you health issues possibly in the future or bad for you. You were talking about in the grocery store.
Yeah, I was in the grocery store and I saw a lady that had, kids with her, and she had a cart full of trash, and then she had cases of those energy drinks. I'm not going to say which one it is, but they're 300 milligram in the black can. You could do the math on it. Woo! But one of her kids, her son, opened it up and started drinking it in the store. Cause you get thirsty, you drink water before you leave.
Right.
That wasn't the issue. Him drinking in the store. It was the fact that he was drinking a bang.
Right.
This kid was like under the age of 8 or 9.
Wow.
Like young.
That's crazy.
And so I basically had to tell her, I was like, he shouldn't be drinking that. It's way too much caffeine. Yeah. And then she told me, he's had coffee with my husband before. And I said, look, that's like 8 cups of coffee. And she snatched it out of his hand immediately. But the thing is certain people, they're just unaware.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe like it's good that they shut it down, but it's also good like we're into health and fitness, so we're used to it. There's certain people they're just not aware of it. They have no clue how much caffeine.
I know.
They think as long as it's at the store, it's good.
Right.
They have caffeine chocolates now.
God.
It's like a chocolate bar. I mean, I got one. I had one that's like 100, or one of them's like 100, the other one's 200. So just think, if you would get an energy drink and you get a chocolate bar, you're talking about 400 milligrams of caffeine, or even higher.
That's crazy.
So I mean, but again, I don't know. It's bad.
You know, I mean,
I think they should shut it down.
I think so too. I think there should be a limit.
Alcohol, like, I mean, I know you can't do it with alcohol.
Yeah, but there should be a limit on how much caffeine you can put per serving. I think.
Yeah, but then they could just buy
multiple cans.
They're just going to put 4 servings per container.
Well, I mean, you know,
there's loopholes.
There's always loopholes, and there's always going to be people that want to overstimulate.
Yeah.
And you see some people in the fitness industry too. They're drinking these energy drinks all day. They're drinking pre-workouts, and they're just through the roof, overstimulating and overdosing on caffeine. And it's just not a good thing. But you know, young kids, especially, you know, I think families, like, listen, if you're an adult and you're buying it with your own money, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
But if you're getting money from the government, obviously you can't get on your 2 feet. And at that point, you need to really just get stuff that's going to be good for you or your family, as far as food wise.
Or even if they get it for themselves, don't give it to the kids.
I mean, I know, but even with the SNAP benefits, they're not able to.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If you buy it for yourself,
but it's usually the people with the SNAP benefits that have the worst food. Like, think about it. If I had SNAP benefits, I'm getting ground beef, I'm getting steaks, I'm getting, you know, because it's like, okay, if it's free anyways, why not get the best? Yeah. They get stuff for free, and then they get the worst stuff,
lowest quality.
It's like a whole bunch of fruit, a whole bunch of sweet juices, and like processed foods, and the lowest quality chicken, the lowest quality, like even the soda, the lowest quality everything.
Yeah.
So it's like over the years, when people just continuously eating that stuff over and over, and that's why if you look at this neighborhood over here, everybody's in shape. Everybody's in shape. All the women have flat stomachs. All the men are, they're not bodybuilders, but they're in shape.
Right.
You go into really bad neighborhoods where the SNAP benefits are the highest. Completely opposite. Barely anybody is in shape, and if they are, it's like a genetic thing.
Right.
Where most households is just eating junk. And junk and junk and junk, and it's like the norm. Like, okay, the weekend we do this, we eat like crap. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's
messed up.
It's messed up. If you can get free food, why not get good free food?
I agree.
It costs more, but I mean,
and you know, the uneducation, you know, eating anymore. I mean, listen, before it was a lot harder to find out information. Now, I mean, you have it at your fingertips. You can probably chat GPT.
This is my black coffee. That's all I need, about 60, 70 milligrams.
Yeah, I mean, you could literally chat GPT, and anybody can chat GPT pretty much if you have a cell phone. A diet for yourself,
right? Yes,
literally. And like, you don't have to know anything about it. It will literally break down. You put in the food you like, and it'll literally break down with those foods.
Put your height, your weight, blood type.
It's nuts.
Everything.
It's nuts. So nobody has an excuse anymore. They don't have the education, unless you're lazy. At that point, you don't want to look. You don't want to just type in a prompt real quick. That's on you. But you know, it's crazy. So I'm glad that they did this. You know, the other thing what I was going to bring up along with this is that so. RFK said, you know, he wanted like Dunkin' Donuts and other big chain to prove that some of their drinks are still healthy for the public. And the reason he said this was because one drink at Dunkin' Donuts that they offer is 180 grams of sugar.
How?
In one drink.
How is that possible?
One drink.
How is that possible? Well, it's probably the amount of fluid it is, the ounces.
Milligrams. It would be milligrams, not grams, but it would be milligrams. That's still a lot.
Yeah.
180. I'm like, wow, like that's a lot of so
because sugar for standard.
So it was grams. It was 180 grams, definitely 100%, 180 grams. And the American Heart Association recommends limiting daily sugars to 150 calories or 36 grams for men, and 100 calories or 24 grams for women.
So it's 6 times higher than
6 times. One drink.
Yeah.
Ain't all the person's gonna have that day.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get that drink. You know, they may get a couple of donuts with the drink, and like a bagel with some fattening cheese on it.
Diabetes craze right there. Like it's nuts. So you know, at that point, you know, I know the governor there was like, oh, you try to comfort Duncan. Like, he's like, I'm not trying to comfort Duncan, but if you think it's responsible for them to have a drink like this, then we might have a difference of opinion.
See, it's one thing if you go to the store and buy a big bag of sugar and dump it in your coffee yourself.
Sure.
For them to serve it on the menu, I don't think that's
that's
you could bring your own sugar and do it all you want, but
it's irresponsible.
Yeah, it's like
irresponsible.
And again, just like I said, like the lady at the store with the kids and the energy drinks, people don't realize that. People first don't realize that it's 180 grams of sugar, and they also don't realize what that really means.
Right.
You know, like, oh yeah, they'll be like, oh, like a soda. I'm like, no, soda's like 40.
Yeah.
I think like the standard,
it's like 36 to 40.
Yeah, it's like 40. So it's like you're
overdoing it big time.
I'm sure Starbucks has their version too, something crazy like that. It might even be worse than Starbucks.
They probably do.
I know their milligrams for caffeine. Some of the stuff is 600-700.
Wow.
Because of the size of it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was possible. I'm like, what? Like, yeah. And the people that go there all the time and get those drinks, they're so used to it. So they may get like, they have this drink called the black eye. It's a regular coffee with 2 espresso shots in it.
Wow.
And then the red eye, it's like a secret thing. You go to a Starbucks, you ask for a black eye. They'll give you a coffee, and they put 2 espresso shots in it. Or if you ask for a red eye, they'll give you one with 1. Yeah. So it's like someone told me about it one time, and I'm like, wow. When I said, let me get a black eye, and they're like, okay, but it's not up there.
No way.
Yeah. It's called the black eye. Yeah. And that's just one of them. But I mean, it's they should put labels. They put all the labels for like nicotine and cancer and all. They should put labels for caffeine. So like heart palpitations and.
So the next thing coming into supermarkets, RFK said this, and it's already going to be getting put in place. You're going to be able to walk up the aisles and down the aisles, and foods will be labeled with a red, yellow, or green, and you'll be able to tell what is good for you.
I love it.
What's on the border and what is bad for you by these stickers.
I love it.
I mean, that is awesome.
Because that is like, okay, you learn colors before words. You're a kid, so there's no excuse with that.
Absolutely. You can correlate green with good, red with bad, and yellow like,
And they could probably have something like in the store at the front or something you could look up what the actual coding means. But I mean, everyone knows what.
Oh, everything. Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty blatant. Like, if you can drive a car and you have a driver's license and you look at those colors, you can resonate that.
But another thing too is with that, what happens if they mislabel it? Like, what happens if they put something that's green that's supposed to be good on like on an energy drink because it has B vitamins, but it also has 200 milligrams of.
And somebody will find out, and then it'll be like anything else because things get mislabeled every day.
Yeah.
Right. And
I can see that.
Find out, and like, oh, we got to take this off the shelf, recall, tell people, whatever it is. Yeah. But I think it's a good thing for him doing this, or for them to implement. I think it's a huge thing.
He's doing a lot of good stuff too. Yeah. A lot of good stuff. I know what the peptides is doing.
Food pyramid, peptides. Yes.
The peptides thing. I know he's not the main reason, but a lot of these peptide places getting shut down.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So one of the biggest ones, Peptide Science, last week shut its doors, right? And we know a lot of the other ones shut their doors too, whether it was voluntary or they got a cease and desist to do so from the DOJ, is what we're hearing.
I'm not going to say I told you so to a lot of people, but all these people like, I'm using amino this and I'm using peptide this and that. I'm like, okay, just wait.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're around, and we're continuing to grow and get bigger and better every year. And they come around for a year or two.
Yep.
Grab a whole bunch of athletes and tell them this, tell them that, and then next thing you know, they're no longer. Clearly, it wasn't legit.
It happens all the time.
Clearly,
these little places come in, they'll try to grab everybody up to do the ambassadorship. They sell a lot of these products, and then their ass gets closed down.
They come set up a blue booth at the expo. They set up a blue booth and have their athletes wearing basketball jerseys and try to emulate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And look what happens. And then they're hurting for money now.
It's just funny. So when RFK went on Rogan, he said these peptides were coming back. So what happened was, if anybody does not know what's going on in the peptide saga, what originally happened was in the last administration, there were certain peptides that U.S. licensed compounding pharmacies, 503As, could compound certain peptides. What happened was the last administration took 19 of these peptides away and put them on a banned list to compound for just no reason at all. and they all had the exact same reason that they could cause terminal death, or there was a safety protocol or factor, and this is just untrue. But what happened was when they did that, and there's always been research chemical sites around, but when they did that, they opened up the floodgates because all the compounding pharmacies, U.S. licensed compounding pharmacies, started non-compounding these peptides, and there were a ton of people at that point that were taking these peptides. So where are they going to go? And that's when the research chemical site really started booming with all these places. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, like I said, tries to do their own line now, and that's what was going on. Well, now RFK said, because this has become a problem. The problem is this. If it's BPC or TB500, I really gonna have a problem with somebody. It is what it is. But when we start talking about like drugs that are prescription type, like when we're talking about GLP-1, GLP-2, we talk about even libido enhancers to a certain extent. But GLP-1, GLP-2 is the main one that these guys were slinging. And the problem with that is that if you have no medical oversight, you need to know some medical history on the patient because there are contraindications. If you have a thyroid nodule and you take GLP-1s, that could cause cancer. It's a bad situation. Nobody knows. None of these sites due diligence. There's no medical advice, no medical support. So it's just people just slanging drugs. That's just what it is. What it is. So it's going to come back now, and when it's going to come back, the reason is because there's going to be regulation in place. So that's where you see a lot of these places either going to shut down voluntarily, or eventually they're going to come. There might be little guys that get by, but I'm telling you, the bigger guys are going to get popped. And at that point, you're going to get your peptides from where you should get them from a medical clinic, medical monitoring, and getting them from a source that is ethically compounding them, and you have real results. So the testing, the concentration, the sterility, like what these are coming from. It. The APIs, like it's a serious subject. So
consistent results too, because a lot of times people get from these places. It was working for a while, but then it just that means they were
good batch
slowly watering your stuff down to bacteriostatic water.
But that's what it is. And then you have people out there with more disinformation saying that, well, now peptides are going to go from 503Bs. They can't ever come from 503Bs. And like I was explaining, me and Drew were talking about this earlier. There's two different kinds of U.S. licensed compounding pharmacies. There's a 503A and a 503B. Layman's terms, 503A is patient specific. It has to have a prescription in the patient's name that goes to the pharmacy. The pharmacy fills a prescription. That person has the drug. It's in their name. It's not supposed to be shared with anybody else. They're regulated by the Board of Pharmacies in the state. A 503B is considered an FDA outsourcing facility. They can manufacture multi-vials for multi-person use. That means the stuff that's coming to the medical office to be used in office with multiple patients out of the exact same vial. They don't produce peptides because the FDA governs them. And at that point, most of these peptides are not FDA approved. Compounded medication is not FDA approved. The reason they're an FDA outsourcing facility is some drugs get shortages. And when shortages come in place and when pharmaceutical company cannot produce the most needed amount, that's when they're tapped for an FDA outsourcing facility to do the drug and to be able to sell to these pharmaceutical companies to get it to patients. That's the whole reason they're around. So this is the whole truth to everything, and at that point we'll see regulation come in place, but we're going to see a lot of these peptides coming back to a lot of the other U.S. licensed compounders that are A's that were stopping this in last year or so, I guess.
Now, if somebody has one of these companies, because a lot of them get, like you said, Peptide Science. I know Amino Asylum is no longer around. I mean, I could sit here. We could have a whole show of the list. But if somebody has a company now, one of these companies out there, I mean, obviously you don't want to give your competitors advice. But is there a way for them to go legit?
Make a medical clinic, get a doctor. Exactly. But you're not going to be producing them. So
that's what I'm saying.
You got your own line, it don't matter.
Exactly. So even if they do go,
my best advice to you is this, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. If I was in your shoes, I would try to ride the wave as much as possible I can, but I'd be protected about it. And if I got a cease and desist letter, I'd probably stop doing it. And at that point, then you're risking going to jail or getting popped by the DOJ. It's not worth it.
Pretty much, you might as well just figure out another career at these places. Figure out something.
If you're riding the wave, it's not going to last forever.
I kind of feel like these places knew that.
I mean,
it's kind of like back in the
risk anyway.
It's kind of like before when they had all these pain management clinics, and they were doing all the like the illegal overprescribing and this and that.
Yeah.
The doctors were like, "Oh, we're making millions and millions a month. Let's just ride it out."
Right.
And then if it gets shut down, it doesn't matter. I have houses and cars and plenty of money and all this.
Right.
So it's kind of like they knew. It's like, what did they think was going to happen? These places.
I mean, I didn't think
it's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time.
And the thing is, the peptide one's only the first one. It's not just peptides; it's other stuff too.
Oh, for sure.
Where you go online, you could order like whether it's antibiotics or antidepressants or Viagra, whatever. All these other places, peptides just like the main thing. All these places you can go and just order something with no prescription.
Right.
It's those are slowly going to go away too. I mean, I know people that like, oh yeah, I can get my antibiotics from this site. I just send them the MoneyGram and blah. I'm like, that's all going to get shut down too.
Yeah, I mean,
because they could send you the wrong antibiotic.
For sure.
Just like you said with the GLP-1s, it's like the main thing now. There's 3 major ones, but if you're ordering from one of those sites, they may just send you one.
Think about
if you want Retta, they'll send you something that's not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you want Turf, they'll send you something that's not. And everything is just going to be that one thing.
The best thing about
they're going to get results anyways. They're going to lose weight anyways, but they don't realize you're not even taking the right thing.
You can't even say anything.
Yeah.
So let's say you go on there. You're like, I'm going to put together a stack. My coach said by Retta, by CJC, by Testimonial, by whatever, right? And it's all on the site. So I go on there. I put it in the cart. They send it to me. I start taking it. And I'm like, man, something's not right here. Yeah. Nothing's happening here, or I get an allergic reaction or whatever. Yeah. I can't call them, but hey, what the hell is going on here? I can't get a refund. Yep. You could try, but you're never going to get a refund.
I've never heard of anybody getting a refund. I've never heard of anybody getting someone on the phone.
You can't get anybody on the phone either. They're not there to give any support.
Yeah, they're just here. Take the product. If you don't like it, oh well.
Exactly.
If you get an abscess, it's on you.
It's on you because this is a research chemical.
Yeah.
This is not for human use. This is not for you to be taking. That's exactly where the line's getting crossed already. It has been. So, I mean, if you listen to Rick Collins, who's like probably the best HRT or even lawyer in this space, he'll say like, it's a gray area, but you're not to infer people to take these drugs. They're for research chemical only. Yeah. For research only. And then,
but has there ever been someone to do research on this?
Sure. All right. So for instance, like it would be like a college that was doing a study on BPC 157 and how fast it could heal a broken arm or whatever, right? Yeah. So they would get these raws in a research setting, and at that point use them for research. So it document like, oh, we injected the mouse every day.
I know what it's supposed to. I know what research is, but I mean, what is that? 0.0% of people actually?
Yeah. No, it's very small percent that they're actually doing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
the thing is, it'll say for research purposes only, but some of them say not intended for human consumption.
Of course, because they're not.
No, but the thing is like, it's one thing if it's for research. People are like, oh, it's research. But if it says not intended for human consumption, you could die, and they could say nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be
for human consumption.
They injected it.
We told you it's not for human consumption. Like, yeah, man.
But you infer on the site for human consumption.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's where the lines get crossed. Like, it's one thing you just sell research chemicals. It's another if you infer for somebody to take it. Another thing of like you're showing people on your Facebook or Instagram page of people using it and taking it and
you're showing some guy with some girl that's
like, go get it from
some perfect model looking girl for weight loss. Then they have a description of the product. Yeah. Then they have a price. Then you have your credit card number, and this and that. And then the bottom it says not intended for human consumption. Or sometimes it says it right after the description.
Oh yeah.
Muscle mass, lean body, blah blah blah.
They're not covering their ass. Yeah. Covering their ass. So, and if people want to play Russian roulette,
I do a little homework and figure out who's been. It's bad that people get hurt, I guess, or injured from this stuff. Of
course.
But I'm gonna do a little bit of homework and see if I can find out actually someone that had an issue.
Negative reaction.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do anything. I want to see if I could actually get someone.
I'm sure there's people out there. I'm sure there's people out
there. Go through my inboxes or whatever. Reach out. Figure out. I want to talk to someone that's like, look, I was taking this.
I mean,
this is what happened.
People on my TikTok feed that have taken GLPs from one of these sites and got pancreatitis, and it does happen.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and he was in the hospital for a week, and a week's worth of hospital bills, which cost him like $30,000 or $40,000 or something like that with tests and all that. So, think about that. You're not paying up front. But if something happens, you're paying on the back end way more than what you would pay up front if you were doing it right, and you knew where it's coming from, and you're going to have the best possible outcome from it.
Yeah, and like I said last week and the week, it was either last week, that you're not going to have to take as much because nothing's going to be underdosed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the best
so
thing.
if it's 1 milligram, it's 1 milligram. It's not 0.25, and you have to take 4 times. You know,
it's crazy. It's
crazy out there.
All right, so we got some chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Type Medical Center. What's up, John and Drew? The guns are out today. I see why you're not ashamed of certain situations, Drew.
Certain situations.
He's never scared.
Yeah, Andreas got the good lighting. You got the arm coming. Got
That's
the good lighting.
That's right. Veins popping, baby. Veins popping. All right. Fitness Vogue said, "Hey guys," and then Fitness Vogue said, "Could biohacking culture be encouraging hormonal risk under the label of wellness?" I don't know. I mean, I'm up in the air about that. Biohacking culture is good, I guess. Encouraging hormonal risk. I mean, I guess if they're messing around, like, with things they shouldn't be and they don't know what they're doing, of course, there's always a risk with that. And labeled underneath wellness, I mean, there's a lot of things labeled under wellness that, I guess, could be shifty, could be shady to a certain degree. But I think majority of people in the biohacking industry, I mean, they're doctors or have clinics and stuff like that, they're encouraging good behavior and they want the best possible outcome for people. So I'm definitely more of a positive person, negative person in this life. But there are those bad actors in our industry. In every industry you go in, there's always the good and there's always the bad.
Yeah.
So
Ugly.
It sucks that the bad give us a black eye in that light. But there's a lot of good people out there. Listen, I own my business. I think we're the best. But to say that there's nobody else out there that does good for people, I'm not going to say that because there is. Does daily caffeine consumption slowly train the body to depend on stress hormones for productivity? I don't think so. I think, and you can give your take on this, Drew, but I don't think so. Unless you're overdosing on caffeine. If you're overdosing on caffeine, I definitely think that one, your body's going to build up a tolerance to caffeine, which is a drug in itself. And at that point, you're going to have to do it that much or more going forward.
Yeah.
And it will raise cortisol levels, is what they say, if you overdo it on some of these. Have I seen that with every patient coming through the door? Absolutely not. I've seen people that take 1,200 milligrams of caffeine, do a cortisol test, and the cortisol comes back fine. Could it be spiking at other times, though?
Yeah.
Possibly. Right? Possibly so.
So I think the same thing, unless the caffeine is real high, or unless you're literally drinking like a 200 milligram energy drink every couple hours all day, like what you said, like 1,200.
Yep.
So if you're getting 200 milligrams of caffeine like every 2 hours, I mean, you're talking about 2,000. I mean, it gets up there.
Yeah. Definitely.
But if you're having like a cup of coffee like I do before the show, or like, maybe like ACA before the gym, I mean, that's not going to.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just a one dose thing. But I think people have a problem when they get used to it from morning to night, like all day. As soon as they feel a little down, they crack open. As soon as they feel they crack open, like,
I know people that are proactive, like, I don't want to get to the down point. I'm just going to keep riding it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're
like, I know I need one. I need a Monster. What?
Will you scroll down a couple? Okay, it looks like the same question a couple times from these guys. Why do people feel calm after coffee while others become anxious or jittery?
It's a good question.
I think it's people that are sensitive to caffeine.
Yep. If
certain people, they're just
if
they have a coffee and they're like like a friend of mine, he big guy, bodybuilder like me, but he doesn't do no caffeine.
Right.
Like, doesn't do anything stim.
Right.
I said, what happens if you have caffeine? He's like, he says his little hands will start to be like, it'll be all weird off of like coffee.
Yeah.
And this guy's huge. So it's not like a...
No, everybody has a tolerance, and some people don't have a tolerance for caffeine or a low tolerance for caffeine. And I think that's why we become anxious or jittery, and they've taken too much. Other people feel calm after coffee. They're more built up with a tolerance to caffeine, I think. Or some they usually take more caffeine in, and at that point, that's not as much to even get their engine revving, right?
Because usually people that are caffeine drinkers, they have the same effect if they have like too much.
Yeah.
Like if they're used to having 100 milligrams, now they have 4 or 5, they may get anxious or jittery.
Sure.
Like they're in their sweet spot.
Sure.
So it kind of affects them the same way if someone doesn't have it.
Yep.
And takes like 40 milligrams.
I agree. Could chronic caffeine use accelerate aging by constantly activating stress pathways?
Chronic, yes.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're chronically overdosing on caffeine, it probably will accelerate aging. If you're not combating it any other way, like therapies or whatever, as you get older, it'll probably accelerate more. But it could, yeah, definitely, 100%. Fire could chronic caffeine. Yeah, we got that one from you guys.
Yeah, it's the same one a couple times.
This guys must have just pressed enter again. Why do some people feel calm after coffee? It's the same one.
Yeah.
Let's
scroll down. I gotta
same questions, guys. Same guy too. What's going on? We already did that.
Scroll down.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. It's all the same questions. Same person.
Love you.
Oh, love you. Okay, we got something different now. Guys, please.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Question. What is going on? There we go. I got a CJC question there. Could long-term CJC use eventually reduce the body's natural GH responsiveness? I don't think so. I mean, usually people that are taking this are getting older anyway, and their IGF-1 levels are not that good anyway. So
with long term, what do they mean by
so
that?
if they take CAC 1295 and ipamorelin,
Like years?
will that desensitize their pituitary to produce their own natural growth hormone?
But I mean long term, what's the defining long term? 6 months, a year, years?
Yeah, I guess for a lot. I mean, I would say years.
Yeah.
But you know, at that point,
I was always under the assumption
you can take it forever.
You can take
it
within
forever.
Reason. If you're taking the right dose, you could stay on that.
Yeah. And it, you know, like I said, usually when you're starting off, your IGF-1 levels in mid. I mean, you're gonna want to boost it because as you get older, it's gonna just keep going down. It's not gonna go up. It's like testosterone. So, you know, I mean, you're gonna have to combat it one way, shape, or form. And CJC with ipamorelin is a good way to combat it. AOD 9604 is marketed as a fat loss peptide, but does it actually work without fixing insulin resistance first? So yes, it does. What it will do is, now it's not going to cure the insulin resistance, obviously. You're going to have to combat that with something else. But what it will do is it will help with lipolysis and lipogenesis. So we're talking about destroying fat that, you know, that's in the body, right? Utilizing it, opening it up, and then at that point being able to take the food that you're doing and not store it as fat and use that as energy too as well. So that's what it does. It does those two functions, and those two functions are going to help no matter what. I don't think they're going to move the needle for somebody that's morbidly obese and has a bad case of insulin sensitivity. And at that point, they're going to need somebody to definitely fix it for sure.
Good question.
Could BPC 157 accelerate healing so quickly that athletes return to training before tissue is fully remodeled? No. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it will help the athletes return to training. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, if it's not fully remodeled, then still have pain. They're still going through rehab.
Yeah.
I think it's based off of the athletic trainer or how you feel. Or you test it out. You don't feel anything.
Right. I don't think they're going to go back to full mode.
If there's no pain, I think it is remodel. I think it's just people are like, this is too good to be true. How can my elbow be fixed after 4 weeks when usually it takes 8 to 10?
Yep.
This guy's going.
Hypothetical question, guys. How would you handle the type of embarrassing moment that'll get you heckled? If you want to answer that, okay.
Well, that's a good one.
What is it? How would you like to handle a type of?
How would you handle a type of embarrassing moment?
Depends how embarrassing it is. If it's like I don't want to show my face for weeks, or if it's just like, oh yeah. I mean, I don't know.
If I did it, I'd probably leave the place as fast as possible.
Yeah.
If I did something that embarrassing, I'd probably leave.
Yeah.
If I had to sit there, oh man, that'd be even worse. Like if you walked into let's say a graduation and you tripped in front of everybody.
And then you had to sit down.
Or you fell down the bleacher stairs.
Or just think about you're coming across to get the diploma and you trip.
That would be embarrassing. That'd be embarrassing.
Coming up the steps and trip.
It would be embarrassing. I don't think we've been in that moment. I don't think we'll be in that big of a moment. But I mean, there are embarrassing things that happen all the time. And I think embarrassing things in my life that's always happened. So at that point, you kind of get over it. But at that moment in time is probably the worst.
With me, it's funny you say trip because usually with me that's the only thing that I'm older now. It's kind of like whatever. When you're a kid, you may get embarrassed. I have a weird shirt on today. You get old, you don't care. The only thing you really need is when I do trip.
Yeah, you trip.
If I'm stumbling and there's people around, and what I do now is I always laugh. What I do now, especially if you're by yourself, if you're with someone else and you stumble, you can kind of like, but if you're by yourself and you're like, there's like, high schoolers or like kids around, like, the only thing I do is laugh it off. I'll laugh it off. And you know how people, they always look at the ground. Like every time I trip, I always look back and be like, I act like it's the ground's fault. I'm always like, I'm like, why would someone put a step right there?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you're even what was it like? It was my birthday weekend, right? Like, so Sunday, our parents were supposed to come over. Sharice sent her mom to like go get some like cards and shit like that for me. She's in Walgreens, just trips, falls, breaks her kneecap. Patella, Sharice's mom.
When was this?
This is like what, 20?
Not recently. Okay.
Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was.
This year.
Whoa,
I didn't know that.
She's in Walgreens, going to get cards. She calls her mama, or she calls Sharice up, and she's like, "I don't think I'm gonna make it today." She's not crying. Not.
That's that Sharice toughness.
She's just real calm. Like, I'm not coming in. She's like, "What do you mean you're not coming today?" And she's like, "I fell." I'm like, "What do you fell in Walgreens? Like, was there water?" I'm like, "No, I just tripped over my feet." And she had these Uggs that Sharice gave her, and those things Sharice always trips because of the rubber. You know, some of those shoes, like it catches.
Like it's almost like glue. But
So she broke her patella. They had to do a surgery on her, the whole nine. Like,
whoa.
Yeah, I mean, dude, she's tough. Because that had hurt.
That's tough. I fell.
The
first thing I would say, I broke my knee. Like,
exactly.
I just fell. Like,
my kneecap's broke. Like, we seen the video, and her she moved one time. Her kneecap went to the. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen anything like this.
She wasn't like she just toughing it up.
She was just calm as ever.
Wow.
Like, man, she's
BPC, perfect time. BPC.
So she is going on those healing peptides too as well. So, it's crazy. Yeah, it's
BPC right in the cap.
You never know. But you know what? It is what it is. Everybody's gonna have embarrassing moments in their life. Everybody has. So anybody that says they haven't, they're liars. And at that point, you talk through it, and it's an experience or something. Maybe you laugh at later on down the line. Like, I can't believe I did that, or look what happened now. So it is what it is. It makes us who we are.
Got some other questions.
Right.
Christian?
Yeah.
Tanya. We got a bunch of new ones now.
Okay. All right. Let's look at this.
Let me go up, or what do you want me to do?
Kelsey.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the Kelsey Squire.
Okay.
Should AOD 9604 be combined with lifestyle interventions to show meaningful results? Of course.
Everything should be combined.
Of course. Yeah, anything you're doing should be like that. You should institute a healthy lifestyle on anything that you're doing, whether you're taking a therapy or not. Or if you're definitely taking a therapy, that should be even more of a reason for you to step it up. You're taking this therapy or peptide or whatever it is to get results. Help yourself get the results. Do what you're supposed to.
Justin has a good one. He said, could long-term GLP-1 therapy reduce natural hunger signaling permanently? That's a good question.
No.
It's a good question.
The reason I'll tell you is because
I was wondering, I was actually wondering, people asking me that. I'm like, no.
And I'll tell you, I'll give you a good example, and you'll be like, oh. But the reason why it won't is because, yes, it is hitting the brain. And it's signaling the brain, and it's getting the dopamine out. So you're getting that reward type sensation, so you're not hungry. So what happens is, and this is what people rebound and are like, oh, I gained more weight back after I stopped taking the drug. It's because the signal is back on. So you haven't changed anything. Right? You might not be a little bit hungry in the beginning, but that's going to wear off. And as soon as you start eating bad again, all those cravings and everything starts coming back.
So pretty much the GLP-1 itself is the sole reason.
It's the sole reason.
Yeah. So once that's gone, you're back to how you used to be.
They're putting up for trials right now for anti-addiction for alcohol and drugs.
Wow.
The other thing they said that some people are experiencing out there is they're losing sex drive because it's hitting the dopamine signal. So some of these people now, most of our patients, they're taking pretty mild doses.
Yeah.
But these doses, like I hear some of these other people that are taking, are very high. Like to the max dose of what you would take on it. It's gotten so crazy in the GLP-1s that semaglutide, like the main product is Ozempic, they are raising the dosing of that product like doubling it. What the max was before, now it's doubled now. Like what somebody can take. It's crazy. So, you know, I mean, listen, negative things happen, but it will reduce. Like I know people that listen, they don't want to eat or they don't want to drink anymore. Like they don't want to drink alcohol anymore because of it. They don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore because of it. And I think that's a positive light. And now on the sex drive thing, I don't think it's a positive thing. We already have infertility issues going on with people, and not people not want to have sex. Like
the sex drive thing could be another issue too. I mean, a lot of times people want to get healthy, they want to lose weight, they go get a GLP-1 without getting blood work.
Yep.
They have no blood work. It could be a man. His testosterone could be 218.
Yep.
You know, just for reference, range 8-9 where he should be.
Yep.
But if it's 200, then his sex drive's low. He might be like, oh, it's because of the GLP-1.
Yep.
So another reason, like we say every week, more reason to get your blood work done to figure out exactly what the problem is. And if your sex drive's low, we got firepower for that.
Oh,
We got Superman, we got PT 141, we got Superwoman.
If I was to take a GLP and my obviously my hormone levels were dialed in and I was having this issue, I would take PT 141. You know, if you're worried about erections and stuff like that, then obviously, but if your drive is not there,
the libido,
the libido function, and that's for you and your wife. So that's
get ready for the ultimate.
Are IV nutrients therapies like Myers cocktail fully superior to oral supplements? Absolutely. There's no question of that. There's no debate about that. It's going right into the bloodstream. There is nothing better or higher of a percentage of absorption than that.
Myers cocktail?
Yeah, Myers cocktail is it was named after Dr. Myers, and Dr. Myers put like basically micronutrients together with B vitamins, and you've got some essential minerals in there. So it's got a lot of good things, vitamin C's in there.
It's like a vitamin cocktail.
It is. It'll turn the bag pea yellow.
Yeah.
Like Gatorade yellow.
Kind of like one we got.
Yeah. I would usually put that in there, and then I would add a little bit more for our stuff. But Myers cocktail, like that's an all-in-one. That's basically let's call it a banana bag for some places, but that's like, you know, like that's like your overall all-in-one, you know, that you would take from a vial and inject right in and have all these things. Do peptides help performance directly, or do they mainly improve recovery capacity? They do recovery, they do skin, they do growth hormone. I mean, there's so much positive upside to peptides. Like we were talking about GHKCU, I started just taking that. I mean, in a matter of a month and a half, I guarantee things have changed.
I cannot wait. Every day I come home, it's my first time getting GHKCU this month. But I can't wait. Every time I come home, I look for that box at the door. I'm like,
that's the thing. Like the GHKCU, like if you don't want to take that just alone, I mean, you can take the Glow stack from us that has GHKCU, BPC, TB500, KPV. And let me tell you why you might want to get that over just the regular GHKCU. And people don't ever think about this, but BPC and TB500 are going to be great for the skin too, is repairing the skin. So if you pair that with the copper peptide, GHKCU, you're getting overall more things that are going to help the skin. And we just came out with something that's super cool. It's a GHKCU topical cream. And Sharice does not like anything. And she's been using it with some of the other girls, and they've got amazing results. And you can localize it.
Yeah.
You can put it like right here, like right here. You got a spot here, put it there.
Put it on my head when I shave.
Bro.
Like,
stay glowing, tighten glow. BPC 157.
Yeah.
You're hitting it from bolt patterns.
Yeah.
Collagen enhancement. I mean, skin elasticity. Like
that's crazy. I didn't know topical.
Dude, yeah, it's awesome. And just like the injectable blue, it's blue. And it rubs right on and goes right in clear.
You make it look like a Smurf, or you look like blue?
No, it absorbs clear.
Yeah.
So you don't actually, your skin doesn't turn blue or anything like that. But yeah, super cool.
Can't wait.
Super cool. Blue. Are peptides becoming the next step in biohacking movement similar to supplements in the past decade? Yeah, I think peptides they're starting to rule, and we're not even at the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be so much new stuff that's going to be hitting your doorstep, or we're going to be talking about here. It's going to be crazy. So get ready and strap up, because it's going to be a great anti-aging biohacking movement that's coming for sure, 100%. Here's an example scenario of that question. Somebody came across you and your lady at the wrong time at some scheduled area.
Something happened to them.
Bro.
So he's asking. That was the same person asking about the embarrassing thing. Now he's.
I wasn't embarrassed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be embarrassed about what you looking at, bro.
Yeah, and I'd probably be more embarrassed for her.
Yeah, the girls always want to be embarrassed.
Girls embarrassed. Yeah, I'm just sitting.
Like, hey, bro, like, I'm trying to work over here, and then the girl.
I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission.
I don't know. Some girls these days might just sit there.
Yeah, yeah. Or they'll be like, Cash App.
Yeah,
Like what? You're like OnlyFans. What?
yeah, that cost you $1 million. So you didn't go too far with the example. We understand what the example is.
It's all good.
That's what I guarantee me and Drew we probably wouldn't care.
Actually, I don't know if I've ever been caught like that though.
I've never been caught in the moment.
I've never been caught like in a car when I was younger, or like when you're younger, you have to like.
Of course, you gotta find areas.
You gotta like go to the car. Like, but yeah, I don't think I've ever been actually caught.
Yeah, I've been caught like that. I don't think so.
I mean, I've been caught to the point where afterwards someone said I heard.
Of course,
but not like physically walk. I've never been caught.
What were you guys doing? You know, I mean,
knock on wood.
I'm not. Well, I don't care anything anymore for sure. I mean, I remember messing around with Sharice but this is back in the day. In like penthouse, we were messing around. Yeah. We were in one of these like real side rooms and shit. Like one of the guys coming, like hurry up and got ready. I'm like, oh shit! But we didn't get caught. We almost did. But at that point, like I mean. That's kind of like the fun of things too, I guess.
Yeah, Mile High Club type
keeping
thing.
It like keeping it fresh. But
I don't get the Mile High Club because how is that even possible? I can't even fit my shoulders. I can't even pee without turning my shoulders sideways. Yeah. My shoulders don't fit. I have to turn my hips and like, man, it's a mess.
It'd be tough.
Yeah,
it'd be tough, and you wouldn't have a bunch of room in there, and it just
be a disaster.
For me, I don't really care about the Mile.
Only way I do that is if I was the pilot, right in the cockpit.
There you go.
When I'm on my personal flight, no one's on the plane.
A private plane, you could probably do it a lot easier, right? Like that's a whole different story. But on a commercial flight, no way. Yeah. Even parks and stuff, public parks, you got to watch out there. Crazy stuff goes on. You get ready.
And the crazy thing now is everything. There's cameras everywhere. When we were kids, there was no cameras in parks and stuff.
I know.
There weren't even like street cameras and street lights, so you could be like.
You gotta watch out
about that. When
like
we were younger like that, you could go out to the middle of a field. If there's no one around, okay.
Yeah.
Now
this is true.
You go home and you're viral. You go home and it's like there's somebody over there like this, like what? And you have 3 different angles of you.
Yeah.
And then now, bodybuilder getting caught having sex at the park with girl, and it's just like, whoa, you literally have to be in your house.
You got to be secluded somewhere away where there's no cameras. You got to bet there's no cameras because.
You got to be careful.
Everywhere's cameras.
Those Airbnbs, you got to be careful.
Airbnbs, wherever you're staying.
I was looking at Airbnbs last week, and it was saying a lot of them were saying they welcome couples. They welcome, and it's like they welcome. Like, why are you welcoming so much? And they'll show like the area. It's like but it's like they push it so much. It's almost like we want you to come in and do your thing so we can watch it.
Yeah, we need some.
It's like, why are you pushing couple? Why not just say 2 adults? This is how much it costs, square footage, pictures. Like couples welcome. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's crazy.
I need to get the little the thing that detects
the detector,
so you can go around the little beep cameras and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's a new generation. You got to definitely protect yourself, man, because everything's digital.
Now it's audio. Now it's just audio too. Now audio's everywhere. You can be walking in the street having a conversation.
Yep. Cell phone's picking you up. Your cell phone's picking you up. Everybody else's cell phone's picking you up. I mean,
or you could have like a cell phone in your pocket on the subway. And there's no subways down here, but you could have a phone on your shoulder on the subway, just sitting next to someone. Almost like you're a private investigator. You're just listening to their conversation, and then you go home and be like, "Hey, look what your wife's doing."
I would hate to be cheating or be in a bad position here as far as because man,
technology. See, I've never cheated. I've never been a cheater like that. I've never really cheated. Like I've never. Usually, if I'm in a relationship, I'm all in. If I'm all out, I'm all out. I'm like one extreme to the other. But now you can't. You probably couldn't. Like, how are you gonna?
I mean, you could, but you're gonna be. It's gonna be extreme. Like, because I mean, it's tough, right? Because everything.
It's a liability.
It's a liability,
huge liability
for sure. And then
especially if you're married or you got kids involved, you got like assets or houses and stuff. It's really a liability. It's really worth it.
Yep. I mean, because everything's tracked, even your money. So even if let's say you buy a hotel, right? That's all tracked to a credit card. And usually you can't get a hotel in Sketchpay unless it's a really nasty hotel.
Yeah, like cash. Like
probably
even a hotel. It's like a motor lodge.
You could probably pay that guy just to like.
It's not a hotel. It's a motel, like a 1-story. Where you park right in front of your door. It's like you just walk right in. Like,
I mean, even there was this guy at a concert, and he got caught cheating with his head of HR, and how they got caught cheating. They were at a
Big screen.
they were at. I'm trying to think who it was. It was a big band. It was Coldplay.
Oh yeah.
It was at a Coldplay concert, right? And it had a kiss cam up. And they picked somebody in the audience, and it just so happened to pick him and her. And as soon as it hit them, they split off so quick. It was like roaches when the light hits.
They should know that.
They got fired, divorces. Like, I think the dude's wife did stay with him actually, but the chick was it was done. It was
That
done.
cameraman better hide.
Right?
He better
But
hide.
you never know. I mean, you never know. Like, you're out and about, and just somebody just takes a picture and a video, and it's just crazy. So. Yeah,
Not
just
good.
don't do it.
Yeah, not good.
Don't do it, right? Like, but you know people out there are gonna do it either way. You know?
Suggested. You never know. Mike suggested. See what she says.
Plus, not cheating situation, but make things interesting. Yeah. We're not talking about cheating, but even making things interesting, getting caught. Like if you're with your wife, and let's say you're in a parking lot and you're just trying to make it interesting, and a cop comes up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be bad business for you. So
Actually, no. Now that you did say that, I do remember a time, but we weren't in the act.
yeah, they'll come up like, "What are you guys doing here?"
That's exactly what happened. I was
There's
in
windows.
the first car I ever had, a Ford Explorer,
Yeah.
Eddie Bauer's leather.
Yeah.
I took the little green light bulbs and put it all from AutoZone. I was like the man. And I remember we're in the back of the Ford Explorer. We weren't doing anything. We
Yeah.
were still fully clothed. Your
Yeah.
kids just laying there talking.
Yeah.
Trying to get to it.
Right.
And he came over and flashed like he had said that. He didn't look at me. He looked at me
Yeah.
and said, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He was like, "Okay, you guys can't be parked here
Yeah.
because we're parked at like a school."
Right.
It was like like an elementary school after hours.
Right.
But I've never been caught in the actual
Yeah.
act. That'd be weird. I
Yeah.
don't know what I probably wouldn't stop. I don't know if I could stop.
because they'll get you for
No. If it was a police officer, I would stop. Because
How about a regular
for
person?
the regular person, I'd be like, I'm almost. Hold on. Like, don't mess up my rhythm.
Like,
Don't mess up my rhythm. Yeah, I got 20 more reps.
So, do you have any other topics for today, Drew, you want to cover?
That was pretty much it. I just want to touch base on the peptide. A lot of these peptide companies are being shut down.
Yes.
Like that's what we
Yes.
started out with. I know Peptide Science, Aminosilum, but a lot of the other ones too. So if you guys, girls, have been ordering from these places, I've heard people say, yeah, now's the time to stock up before they get shut down. But think about what you're doing. If these places are going to get shut down, and they're already selling you stuff that's could be watered down, this or that.
You have no idea.
They know they're getting shut down. And if there's ever a time where the quality is going to be even worse, it's going to be now.
Absolutely.
Like they could literally send you just water right now because it doesn't matter. They're going to get shut down anyway. So
Try to make that last buck.
yeah. So a lot of times people, oh, let me stock up. Nah, because you're going to be stocking up and it's going to be twice as worse.
Yep.
But yeah,
Don't worry about
I'm glad that they're shutting a lot of them down though. And hopefully, I don't know. It's going to be like with every other medication. Anything you need a prescription for, they can just go online and get.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time.
I agree.
We're going to be looking back at like these times of like, now back in the day, you could just go online and order it. Like,
I agree.
yeah.
And
Even testosterone, HRT,
Yeah.
it's not just peptides. There's websites people go on, they order testosterone.
Yep.
They have lumps and
Yep.
all kinds of thick oils and
Yep. Infections. I mean, there's
infections
all
and
kinds
yeah.
of things,
So
man. So
just imagine, just to put into perspective, just think if you could go online and order like a hardcore drug, like heroin or cocaine.
Right.
You could just go online and order it. Like, do you think that would last long? So there is a difference because it's not something that harsh, but at the same time, like if it's illegal, whether it's a pain medication, an antibiotic, or a peptide,
right.
then it's only a matter of time.
It should be at that point.
Yeah,
You know. I mean, I don't know how it's lasted this long, but
because I was online the other night just randomly looking. For like antibiotics and like all the stuff you can get without a prescription. There's so many websites. There's
Tons.
so many. Yeah, and I'm just like, there's no way this is legit. Like,
Right.
as soon as you go to the website, it's a MasterCard Visa logo. Like, as soon as you go
Right.
into it, I'm like yeah,
it's so crazy.
I didn't realize how many there were, but
They're
they're not gonna last.
We definitely had time. That's what it is, though. Either way, but yeah, I mean that's it. I mean, the only thing I was going to talk about was, I couldn't believe, the hate that's going on right now with the Miami Heat player that scored 83 points. Have you seen this?
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Do you think it's trash of him getting 83 points?
Trash.
Because of the free throws?
100%.
Why do you think that?
Because the goal of the game, once they realized that the game was out of reach, was for him to get to 83.
Yeah.
When Kobe scored to 81,
Yep.
it was a game.
Yep.
It was a competitive
Yep.
game.
Yep.
He scored in all different fashions.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot 43 free throws.
That was the thing.
Like,
I was like, man, I'm not gonna like say like it wasn't good or great. You got 83 points, but the free throws were part of the game. But it was a trash game. I think in my eyes. Now could other teams play the Wizards and they go like that? Possibly with those players. I don't know, but I do agree with you. I do agree that the Kobe or the Jordan '86 game was a lot more intense of a game, and it was a game compared to this was a show off for this guy to get.
When Jordan scored 63 against the Celtics, and I think they lost that game.
Yeah.
That was more impressive to me than Bam. I mean, I don't hate on Bam. I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
Nothing against him personally. Him and Asia got the perfect little.
Yeah.
They have a kid. That kid's gonna be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
MVP.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I don't like the way they did it. It's kind of like when you see the NCAA record for most points in a game. If you look at it, it's 130.
Whoa.
Or 138. And the whole purpose of the game was to break the record. It was like some Division 2 or 3. The kid had like 25 threes and like all this crazy there. And it's kind of like that. Like, do you really put that up against, like Cooper Flagg scoring 35 against North Carolina? Like,
It's a different ball game.
It's a different ball game. For sure. I don't like to look at. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old school. But what's Bam's career high before this?
That's what I'm saying. He's
averaging about 19 a game.
Yeah, he wasn't a breakout player. And getting the 43 free throws, I think, I'm like, man, that's a lot of times to go to the line.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of times. You're talking about 22 times to go to the line at that point?
Well, I think he had 40 attempts. I think he had 40 attempts.
Oh my God.
I don't know if Andres, you pull it up, Bam free throw attempts, but yeah, I think he had like 40 attempts. Like that's a game in itself. Oh, I had 40 last night. What free throws?
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's kind of like the Wilt game. Like who's ever seen that game where he scored 100 like fully? And but that's different. Wilt was Wilt. I don't know.
I don't think you could dunk back then. There was a rule in the NBA at that point, right? Or in college, you couldn't dunk. I remember
when he was 16, played underneath a different name, and played pro and averaged 40 a game. You could look it up. It's the craziest thing ever.
Really?
He played underneath a different name when he was still in high school and played in the pro league and was averaging like 40 and 20.
Wow.
Yeah. Like,
Wilt still was a man, though.
Yeah, Wilt was he could run track, he could do everything.
83-point
field goals, 43 free throws.
Took him away. There you go.
36 of 43. He attempted 43 foul shots. He made 36 points from the line. That's an all-star performance just from the line. Look at the field goals.
43 attempts.
7 of 22.
It's a franchise high. Wow.
Worst player played up that era with 40-plus points in both halves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's just crazy. And it wasn't that big of a victory. I mean, they won by what?
I'm going to have to actually watch. I'm not going to watch the full game, but I want to see all of his 81.
21 points they won by. That was it. I mean, it wasn't like a huge blowout.
But I think it's 20. I think it was more than that at one point. Towards the end, they hit a couple.
They had some comeback.
Yeah, go to the Kobe field goals.
20. Yeah, he had more field goals.
He only had 20 field goals.
I know. Everything was free throws. That's what I said. That's the difference. They both had the exact same. Look at the attempts.
Yeah,
dude.
You can't.
Look at the highest per quarter. I mean, the guy had more in quarter. I mean, what the? I don't know, man.
I know he had 30 in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. Watch every we're gonna have a clip of every.
Yeah.
Just to see, but Wizards.
Well, yeah, it was the Wizards. Yeah, Miami game. All right, we'll answer these questions and we're going to go. All right, so Kimberly said, could AI-driven diagnostics soon determine individualized longevity therapies for each patient? Yes. Our software has that in it already. It will definitely recommend just by what you're doing, diagnostics, through blood testing, all those things. Are therapies focused on wrinkles, ignoring deep biological aging and connective tissue? No. They're focused on all of the above, and there's different therapies for different things. Caffeine elevates cortisol. Could daily coffee consumption accelerate hormonal aging in women? So it was kind of a question we answered earlier. If you take high amounts of caffeine, and you can always test cortisol levels, but usually it's higher in the morning and higher when you're working out and all these things. But at that point, you can test it. But unless you're taking a high dose of caffeine or stimulants, you're not going to have any problems. Why do some longevity researchers recommend limiting caffeine despite its antioxidant reputation? I don't know. I mean, because maybe they're taking too much. I don't know. I mean, anybody that says they don't want to take caffeine, that's fine. I don't got a problem with it. But I mean, the research does show that caffeine can improve performance.
Yeah.
So, let's not miss that aspect. So, if you're using the tool correctly, it's going to be a benefit. If you're using the tool negatively, it's not going to be a benefit. That's with anything else too. So.
Yeah. And I would say too with caffeine, not only, but use it when you need it. Don't get into a habit of just doing it. If you need a boost for the gym, you need a boost for work, you need a boost for a meeting, or you need to got stuff to do, but don't just get into a habit of all the time. Like, even if it's a coffee type thing.
Yep.
I know someone drinks decaf, and I like coffee. Like I'm back. I stopped coffee for a while. I started drinking it again.
Yep.
So now it's like at nighttime I want that warmth.
Yep.
But I'm like, I might have to go decaf. Like I never understood decaf. It's kind of like O'Doul's. Like, why are you gonna drink?
Right. You want the taste,
beer with no alcohol. Yeah, but it's like the warming effect of it. So I mean, that's an option too. So you're not having caffeine all day long. Drink coffee during the day, or drink caffeinated coffee when you need the boost.
Yep.
And when not, if you just have a craving for the taste of the hot liquid, do some caffeine-free decaf.
Could lifestyle interventions still outperform advanced therapies for protecting brain health? I think lifestyle change is the number one important thing. Some people, even with the healthiest lifestyles and everything like that, they still get some sort of degenerative brain disease, possibly. I mean, this is just a thing. So what I would do is I would definitely change lifestyle and optimize that as best as possibly can. And then maybe sprinkle out some of the therapies to help them with it. It's only going to help you. It's not going to go against you. Are standard blood panels missing early signs of aging that more advanced biomarkers could detect? Yes. When you're going into your general practitioner, you're just getting a cholesterol panel and a CBC, complete blood cell count, and a comprehensive metabolic panel, which liver, kidneys, electrolytes, and fasting glucose. You're going to be missing out on a ton of other things. And that's where our blood testing really takes cake. Our standard blood testing covers all your hormones, IGF-1 levels, B12 levels, full thyroid levels. I mean, guys, PSA, you should be checking. Girls, whole estrogens, DHA. I mean, there's a ton of different things. So,
one thing too at Titan is Titan doesn't really have standard. They do a full panel.
yes.
A lot of other places they may do. That word to me is kind of like it kind of brings up like issues, not issues, but why is it only standard? So if you call some of the veterinary places, vet clinics, they don't really test estrogen. They test testosterone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So standard standard blood panels are a lot different than the full blood panel that Titan gives. So if you're going to get your blood work done, just make sure you tell them it's a full blood panel. Yeah. If you don't know what that is, just call the office at Titan. They'll tell you exactly everything that they test for.
Yeah.
Put that down, and then when you call the next place, put that up against theirs.
Yeah.
Not only the price.
What's going on, guys?
Because people say full panel.
Absolutely.
Because that's the proper thing to say. It's going to get, we do the full. But then you look at it, and you're like, there's no estradiol in here. There's no hemoglobin on here. All there is testosterone and kidney function or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can see all the panels. So you can even go on our website, titanmedicalcenter.com, go to the blood panels. You can purchase there, and you can see exactly what you're going to get. And put apples to apples against anywhere else. I guarantee it's going to be most inexpensive prices you're going to get for those tests. And we're going to add on some new tests here in the future. We already did. We just haven't put it on the website yet.
Yeah.
So now we're going to add heavy metals testing. Arsenic, lead, people that have been around anything from contaminated soils, So we'll be able to test these heavy metals now. We've got patients already run through it. I'm going to go through it myself, see where everything's at. And this is a big one. A lot of people want to test this. That maybe you're in an industry that you're around spray paint or paint or lead or anything like that. You want to make sure your levels are going to be good.
Or even a lot of women that do nails, they're around that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
They're around that. What is it?
Formaldehyde.
What is it? What's the stuff they use that takes off sticky?
Oh,
but they use it at nails.
It's a nail polish remover. It's
I can't think of it, but it's
the main ingredient.
Yeah, it'll basically take a sticker off or take like everything.
Yes.
That stuff is strong.
Yes, that's
whenever I used to go, like girls I'm dating to the nail place, and I would sit there, I'd have to sit outside. I don't know how. Like the women are just immune to it. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, I'm getting a headache.
Yeah,
man. So if you guys, ladies or whatever, you've been doing your nails for years and years, or if you're a nail tech, and you're right there all day long.
I have the mask on. I have something that was pure air for sure.
That's what it has, Drew.
Acetone.
Acetone, yeah, acetone.
Acetone. Yeah.
You know, the other thing about it is that, you know, I mean, think about arsenic.
Yeah.
Arsenic's poisonous, right? Now, Florida pulled all these products off the shelves that had a high level of arsenic that kids and people are eating. How many people have high arsenic levels? I want to see that. I want to see, you know, I mean, across the board, right? Like, this is something that we're going to be able to get a lot of information from, too, on this test. For one, for you yourself, and for us in general, like to see how patients are. Are they getting healthier? Or are they not? I mean, it's just
you could also use it as a way to test your food. if you eat the same thing all the time and you're going to switch it up and start something new, and then you get your testing and then it's going up because of what you're starting new.
Even mercury. I mean, you eat a lot of fish. It's a concern. It is a concern. The highest levels of mercury are in fish right now.
Yeah, I know back in the day, old school bodybuilders, they would buy like 100 cans of at a time, the mercury and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, you know, this is something that you'll be able to look out for too. The more diagnostics, the more testing, more data, and the better you're going to be off, the more you're going to be able to learn about how you can help yourself. So it's all good. But yeah, we're gonna finish it up there. We went over the hour.
Sabrina showing you some love.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, Sabrina. I appreciate that. We're gonna keep coming with more videos for you guys and more shows, more Titan Lifestyles, obviously. So
that's right.
That's it, man. You got anything else to cover, Drew?
That's pretty much it. Great show today.
Absolutely
informative.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. If you guys are on YouTube, hit the bell so you're notified of videos like this. We're also on the podcast, Instagram, TikTok, and also Twitter.
Yes. We'll see you next week for another Titan Lifestyle with me and Big Dru.
Have a great week.
All right, guys.